Hello, my name is Jun Kubota, a radiologist. This is a video for introduction of clear explanation of brain function, tract, and anatomy. In learning brain function, tract, and anatomy, there are three difficulties in traditional textbooks, so that I propose the ways to overcome them. The first is that it describes just details but has no comprehensive story, so that I have made an imaginary story of functional, anatomical development that could clearly explain the facts. The second is that it tries to correlate vague functions and complicated structures. For this reason, we couldn't know the basic matters, though we know several famous matters. So, I have determined and limited functions to correlate with simple structures. The third is that it describes functions, structures, and tracts confusedly. For example, we found the term pyramidal tract or cerebellar function, and so on. So I have described always in view of function. Then I'll show you the imaginary story of development of limited function and simple anatomy. Let's see how functions have developed. First of all, how many functions does brain have? As we describe in view of function, number of functions must be determined. Brain has 5 functions, exactly 5 functional categories. In the beginning, function is not yet differentiated. It has potentially multiple functions. In the first step of development, input, colored in blue, and output, colored in red, have appeared. The original function has changed into activation, colored in gray. In the second step, reflection has appeared to automatically connect input to output. In the final step, integration has appeared to connect input and output with intention. Now, 5 functional categories has been established. Clinically, activation means consciousness, input means perception, output means motion, reflex means equilibrium, and integration means higher brain function. Considering the most important clinical symptoms, there are 10 functions in 5 functional categories: consciousness, promotion, inhibition, keeping tonus, and coordination as motion, pain and temperature and gravity as perception, equilibrium, and cognition and conduction as higher brain function. Alright, next to function, let's see how anatomy has developed. Anatomy has developed along with development of function. In the beginning, anatomy was chaos as well as function. Spinal cord and diencephalon have appeared downward and upward respectively, and the remainder became brainstem. Now it got head and tail directions. Telencephalon appeared from diencephalon upward, and all 4 components of central nervous system were established. At the same time, they differentiated posterior and anterior structures to work for input and output respectively. The original structure remained in the center of brainstem and the encephalon. Now it got back and front directions. The structure for reflex has appeared between structures for input and output beneath structure for activation. It grew backward in brainstem and protruded on the median line like this. Now we have seen sagittal plane image so far. Looking at the surface, we can see blue, red, but gray. Next, telencephalon grew up largely, especially red part of telencephalon grew toward brainstem. And it connected with brainstem. Next, red part of brainstem grew frontally and laterally. It grew further surrounding brainstem, further, and further to cover most part of yellow. Now, the basic structure of central nervous system has been established. Finally, color of telencephalon turned into purple. And that was the anatomical model containing 5 colors representing 5 functional categories. Gray matter and white matter consisting tract of every function locate in the structure of this own functional color. This is a left rear view of anatomical model. We can see spinal cord, brainstem, diencephalon, and telencephalon along the long axis, and 3 parts of cerebellum, including archaeocerebellum and paleocerebellum, colored in yellow, and neocerebellum, colored in red. Now we got how brain came to have 5 functions and how they correlate with structures imaginarily and essentially. For clinical application, we are to describe tracts of 10 important functions in 5 functional categories on this anatomical model. Please learn more with ebook and author's site. Thank you for watching.